Hello, good morning. Almost afternoon, probably. I don't know when this is going up today. Um, I'm not really focusing on the makeup today. I am gonna mention some of the products. I just went through the drawer and got some of the stuff that I know I needed to use that's probably not for sale anymore. If it is for sale, then we will go ahead and I will try to link it or not. I'm not exactly sure how to do this. I'm thinking maybe I won't even mention what products I'm using. I think that's what I'm gonna do because my mental health and everything has been affected by what has gone on in my family, which is my brother. I wanted to tell y'all a little bit about it. I'm trying to figure out exactly, because it is innocent until proven guilty. It's just we live in a very small town, and it's hard to deal with what he's accused of in such a small town. So I am just going to get right to it. I'm going to put my primer on, I'm going to put my makeup on, and I'm going to talk to you, my friends, and my followers. This is literally just what we're going through right now in a nutshell. I will start off with my mom when we were being raised. I'm trying to figure out where to start. Alright, I got the primer on. This is a harder video than I thought it would be. I do want to say yesterday was Eric's birthday, and it was a very good day. He had a great day. He had a couple of phone calls from family and friends that, they know they can't talk to him, but he could at least hear them. And his party is this weekend. And I get my niece this weekend, my brother's daughter. I have to go to where she lives now to go pick her up. And I get her Friday night, Saturday during the day, and take her home Sunday. So I haven't seen her since April, and I really, really miss her, so it's going to be nice to see her. Go from seeing her every week and talking to her every week to a phone call here and there. And I don't blame my niece's mother at all. I blame my brother for that kind of thing. Alright, so it all started in April with a phone call from my brother's boss's grandson, someone. He's an adult, and he called and said there was police over at my brother's house. Okay, I'm thinking this is empty. I didn't know this was empty. Well, there's an empty. Yeah, the foundation isn't anything new. I just grabbed random foundation out of the drawer. Okay. He called and told me there was police at my brother's house. So I called my brother, and he wasn't answering, so this scared me. Backstory on that. Last time there was police at one of my siblings' house, which really wasn't her house, and I never got the phone call. But last time police were in our lives like that, my blood little sister had been murdered. So I was a little nervous. I don't know why. I'm trying to focus on everything so I can talk. So this is a little all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make it as backstoried enough to where I get to it. Anyways, so I got scared, and he wasn't answering. Called my mom. She said it scared her, and she's like, we'll go over there and then call her back. He lived like a block and a half from me, or I don't know how you say it. It takes literally 3 minutes to get to his old house. So I went over there, and there literally was a bunch of police over there. There was some for the county, and then there was some from out of county, which was odd to me. Like, and they're the ones that talked to me. And they explained that that's where the case had started, was in their jurisdiction. At first they told me to calm down because I was like, is everyone in the house okay? And they said, yes. How are you related to the young girl inside? And I was like, she's my niece. And he's like, and how are you related to the man that lived there? Which made me nervous. They really need to figure out how to say things better. I said, that was my brother. He's my little brother. Is everybody okay? And he says, yeah, they're fine. And he's like, he's been placed into custody. And he's on his way to Galveston County jail. And I'm like, okay. Which I didn't want to say that part, but okay. He's been placed into custody. He's in the jail for the county. I was like, okay, what are the charges? This is where it gets complicated. It took my breath away when they told me. He swears he didn't do it, but new information has come to light, so we don't know what to believe anymore. He was charged with possession, distribution, and promotion of child pornography. Is charged. They're two separate charges. One of them he was technically charged with back in February, and we had no idea. He has not touched any children. And they said he might get probation because he's not been in trouble. I'm not sure what's going on. I know it broke my heart. And my first question was, did he touch my niece? And they said they do not think so. I had to take her the next day or two. And come to find out he didn't, which is great. Great news. Love that for us. That's something. I'm not sure what, but it's something. And it took my mom back a little bit too, because this is where this part gets hard, is we were raised in a Christian house. Like I've told you, my mom was a principal at a Christian school. She was a teacher at a Christian school most of our lives. It's just hard to understand. My mom is in charge of all kinds of different things at the church that she goes to now. And she's made a name for herself in this community and her children. Well, my brother, he's always been a little odd. But she's respected. So, and we had no idea, like none. The first time he called me, I yelled at him, like, what the heck? And I still find myself yelling at him. He swears he didn't do it. He doesn't understand. We don't understand. We basically told him he needs to come clean because he has to admit to himself what he did if he did it, to be able to be helpful with his defense and to get the right punishment. And the thing is, we don't know what caused the initial charge. And this is how I explained it to him on the phone, because he keeps swearing that he didn't know what those files were. I told him, I said, those files are irrelevant at this point. This is why I'm on extra medicine from my doctor, because different things, and the way he talks. Every time he calls, he wants to know about his job. He wants to know about his daughter. Which I understand. But every time he calls, there's times where he says certain things that cause trauma over again. I don't know how to explain all of it, but bottom line is, me and my mom keep getting re-traumatized all the time, and things keep happening, things keep coming out. So it really messes with my mental status at this point. And me and my mom are trying to be normal. And then, life happens. Jason had to go out of town this week. You know what? That ain't even part of this. I'm trying to explain to y'all what happened. So, we're confused. And like I said, we live in a small town. We had nothing to do with this, but we live in a small southern town. If you're from the South, you know what that means. Everybody knew what he was arrested for before we even were able to process the fact that he was arrested. Technically, by the time I was able to get home after picking up my niece from his house, most of the town knew, and it was on the internet. So going to the store, online, people commenting from the town on the pictures that they were posting of it about him. And like I said, my brother was weird. He is weird. He's a very weird person. Social cues don't make sense to him. He wants to go against the grain. Walked around with an anonymous mask on the back of his head a lot, and pro-Trump shirts, and Hillary Clinton jail 2022 or something. Just way out in left field, conspiracy theory, all that stuff. So, everybody, as you can imagine, I don't know. If you're from a small town, even if it's not in the South, you probably know what we're going through. Because everything in a small town doesn't stay secret. You don't get time to process because everybody knows. You're getting phone calls, you're getting emails, text messages about how sorry they are. And did you know? If we knew, he would have been arrested a long time ago. That is not something that's okay. It's just not. I want to cry talking about it. It's just not okay. If he did it, he's going to get his punishment. We stand 100% behind the law on this one. And he knows that we are probably not going to allow him at our house around our children when he gets out. If he gets out anytime soon, whatever. We can't take that chance with our children. We will meet him places to say hi, love you, whatever. But he won't be allowed at our house around our kids. Because we just can't. Eric can't tell me what happens to him. My brother's never been alone with him, which is good. The only person that's ever been alone with him is Jason and one of Jason's friends who babysat once or twice, but the last time he babysat him, I came home and he was on the porch and asked him why wasn't he in the house with Eric, and he said Eric kicked him out. So he don't watch him no more because Eric was like 10. How does a 10-year-old kick you out of the house? I mean, but we're very protective over our children. And he doesn't want to register. He says he's not a pervert, which he keeps thinking that child means child, like his daughter's age, Eric's age. And I keep trying to tell him child means anything under 18. they may not look like they're under 18 to you when you look at it, because they may look like they're in their 20s. But guess what? Unless you see her driver's license before you look at that video, you can't guarantee how old she is. So I don't know what to tell you. You need to honestly think about what you've done in the past year or so, and where you might, so that you could actually be a part of your defense. Like, hey, I figured it out. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore or feel some days. I'm sad for him. I feel that I can't trust him because I don't know. And I know he's a habitual liar also. Not so much a habitual liar, but he will tell a story once or twice and then it's true. If that makes sense. It happened. Like, there's stories he's told me, well, you know, we did it and we had that when we were a kid. Remember this, this, and this, and he'll tell you the whole thing. When we were in school, my mom got called into the school for a teacher's meeting or something, and they asked her, first of all, before we get started, how was Paris? And she's like, I don't know. How? I've never been. And they's like, oh, well, are you sure? Bo told us all about it. He had the teachers believing that he went to Paris for the summer. My mom said, I'm a waitress during the summer and a teacher during the school year. That makes less than you. I didn't go to Paris. And but that's good. I mean, he could have done so many things with his life if he wanted to, besides what he's doing. Anyways, getting off track. But that's what I'm talking about with a habitual liar. To me, once he says something, that's it. So I don't know if he even knows he did it. And I don't know what to do with that. Which is also part of my problem lately. Is not knowing how to feel. Not knowing what to say, how to feel, what to tell people. People do look at me. I've had some people say, aren't you so-and-so's sister? And I'm like, yes. Thank you for pointing that out in the corner store around everyone else. It's just very sad, which is why when I first found out, I told y'all, everything you do is not just your business, and it doesn't just reflect on you. It hurts your entire family, and it reflects on them. What you do at your house as an adult can still touch your family and hurt your family in ways you're not even aware of, that they're not even aware of, until it happens. We have the little bit of hope that he says he didn't do it, but he's not acknowledging the original thing that got them to the door when he says that. And then we have the fact that he may honestly believe he didn't do it, but he did. I'm waiting for some groceries to be delivered, and then Eric's acting weird, so I think he's tired of being stuck in the house, and I can't blame him. So I might just go to the bank. But as I said, we had no idea he was doing this. And I'm not saying I'm gonna become big on this on YouTube, or that all of a sudden I will, because I'm kind of happy where I'm at in this little area. But I also want y'all to know, the ones who started off with me, what is going on in my life. Because I do feel like we're friends. And I don't know how drama channels work. I don't know if they look at us little YouTubers. If, and you never know what's going to happen in your life. And you never, I don't know if what he's involved in is part of a bigger thing, because supposedly there's some kind of ring they're breaking up around here. So I don't know if this is going to be a bigger thing and I'm going to be just like totally blindsided by it all. Because you never know what's going on, obviously. I'm just trying to keep my life as calm as I can. I talk to my doctor constantly about how I'm doing, because she needs to know if she needs to up medicine or totally change me from the original medicine I'm on to another one and get rid of the additional medicine she put for now, because life is crazy right now. Very crazy. Changes day to day. And I don't know how to deal with that sometimes. So I wanted y'all to know, in case all of a sudden I'm gone. I try to keep y'all up to date on that. But in case all of a sudden I don't record for a week or two, his next court date is coming up in July. We don't know if it'll get rescheduled like the last one. We just know what public information is telling us, because he's not telling us much. Part of me wants to call the detective that gave me the card and find out what are we dealing with here? What do we not know? Because we really, really want to know what we don't know. I've had a few run-ins with some of his friends that left me uneasy. One of those run-ins was yesterday, in fact, and it kind of left me feeling odd. I felt weird, and I don't know what is going on. All I know is I have to stay sane, and part of staying sane is telling y'all what is going on, in case one day I get on video and I just break down and cry. Because I do that a lot lately. Ever since April, all of a sudden I'll be breaking down and crying, and I have to take a pill in the middle of the day, and then my day feels like it's shot. So, yes. That's how my life has been going and why it's been going that way. And please don't judge us, because we didn't know. Please, if you're going to be hateful in the comments, just don't bother commenting, please. But I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.